Hey, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. Hope you're all well. Let's get into it. I've got a big show tonight. Had a good sleep today. Got a bit done. Got tons of editing done last night for the new couple of new videos coming out. So that was pretty cool. Very happy with how that sort of went. I got in my zone and I think I went to bed about 3 o'clock this morning. Therefore, I didn't get up and get my sunrise photos I want to do, but you get that, that's life. Yeah, when you're on a roll, like Vegas, when you're on a roll, never walk away from a heater. So I just kept going, and I ended up getting a fair bit done, so I was pretty happy. Very, very cool. There's a bit going on tonight. Trump, the impeachment hearings start for Trump tomorrow. That's going to be huge. I have no doubt we're going to see tons of it this week. I'll give you an update on each day on what's happening. There's some pretty big players happening tomorrow. They're going to be in there talking. These are guys that have already pretty much smashed him already. So he's not going to be starting off on a strong foot. He's in defense mode right now. He's pumping as much out there saying it's all fake and false and all that. So fair bit happening on that. 1+8 with there's leaks about it not long ago. I remember talking about it. A prototype has been seen in China. It's got 5G on it. It's got the new camera layout, basically exactly like those renders that you've seen on there. Well, that's been seen. There's photography of a guy using it, so that's pretty cool that they're pumping them out that fast. I think Lou from Lou's Later, shout out to him for his info. He's saying like they're pulling out like 4 top spec phones per 12 months, which is just insane. Apple does 1 lot a year. These guys are punching out 4 top of the line phones every year. That's insane. Apple better watch their backs. That's some huge technology going on in there. Razer wireless headphones. I'll chuck a link below for these. Not too bad. They're not the top level. Fairly bulky. They do have a rubber shield over them, which is pretty good. So they look fairly good. They've got a nice looking case, a matte back case in there. They'll do 4 hours just on a charge, 12 hours with the case. Might be a little bit loud. I'll just turn that down. Water resistant, $100 US. So that'll be about 140 Australian. Definitely a good option. Some decent sound from what I've seen, the reviews on them. So they're pretty good. So if you don't want to pay that, there's a few options out there. Amazon's brought out a set. There's a few out there. I'll chuck a link below. If you've got a Razer computer, you might as well match up. If you're a Razer fan, so I'll chuck that in and you can check them out. Right, the 2 big ones of the night. I left the 2 big ones for the last. I don't know which way I'll go. I'm going to go with the Ute first. We've talked about it earlier about in the development. It's getting closer and closer. You can now pre-order the Rivan Ute. There's also the SUV, which is for sale. It's $69,000 US for the Ute, $72,500 for the SUV. Both look tickety-boo, amazing, really good. Both specs are all the same. I'll go through the specs, but the only difference is the truck has a towing capacity of 11,000 pounds, so that's about probably, let's say, 5 ton to 5.5 ton roughly, which is pretty darn good. And the SUVs is, I did have those written down, 7,700 pounds, so about 3.5 ton roughly. So that's pretty good. They'll both do 400 miles plus, so more than 400, not exactly 400, but 400 miles plus, which is, let me just quickly check that. I should have wrote that down. My apologies. I'll just quickly get that out. 400 miles into kilometers. So 400 miles, 643 Ks. Now, every car I've owned since I've owned a tank, I normally get about 450, 400 Ks, between 400 and 450 on a good week driving around the city. Long distance, you'll normally maybe get 500. Those Mercedes, those E-Motion ones, they're awesome. They'll get up to 1,200 out of a tank, but they're the only ones and they cost a fortune. But yeah, so that's 600, roughly, let's just say 640 kilometres minimum out of range, out of one charge. So easily as much as what you're going to get out of a petrol car. So you could drive all week without charging it, basically, and have no dramas. They've got all the fruits in there, the leather, they've got all the different things. You can buy tent accessories for them. Amazing bits of kit. Check it out. Obviously, and unfortunately, as of yet, they haven't been locked in to come to Australia, but I think we talked about it before, they are definitely coming to Australia. You can pre-order if you're in Canada, US or Mexico. Now, get this, for such a big car, and they're a big car, 3 seconds to 60, it can do 3 foot weighting in there, so very, very cool. Amazing car. Check over there, Rivan. I'll chuck a photo of the ute on there in its finished form and what it's going to look like, so that's pretty cool. Polar Pro, if for photography people out there, you know I love my photography. This was a big one. It's obviously a step up. It's with the big bucks. Polar Pro has released the new Summit filter system. So basically your ND filters, neutral density filters, they go on the front of your camera. They let you do long exposures, or when it's really bright, they sort of protect your lens, and so you can get a properly developed photo when it's really bright outside, or if you want to do a long exposure for waters. You see all the photos on Instagram, they're all using ND filters. So they've brought out a new system, and it's like a pro system. It's pretty expensive. Just the base kits at the moment for the next 5 days they've got a sale on. It's 150 US just for the base kit, and that doesn't include any filters. That just gets your cover and your unit. You've then got to buy a threaded thing to go on your thing, onto the front of your lens. The landscape kit, which is the best buy, I went through and checked it out and put the same thing onto the base kit, and it was like $800-900. But the landscape kit, so super value, 600 US for the next 5 days if you would need one. It comes with a 77 and 82 thread unit that'll let you put the box on. It comes with a solid ND64, a gradient graduated filter, ND4, and a circularizing polarizer. Now the unit has 2 wheels on the side of the main unit, so when you put your circular polarizer in, you can adjust it without touching it. So that's fantastic. So that can snap in there and you leave that in there. It's got space for multiple ND filters in the front of it, and it's got a base cut out for one section, so for your graduated, so you can put them where you want, and then you can lock them in place. And then it's got a spot also for just your locked in ND filters, so you can just sit them in there and go. Now the filters are specially designed. They're not your normal glass ones where you got to pull the glass up and you dirty the glass. These have got aluminium frames around them with little tabs on them, so you can pull them in and out, and you never have to worry about cleaning the filters. As long as you don't put them somewhere dirty or anything, they'll stay spotlessly clean. Nothing, no scratches, no smudges, stuff like that. So amazing bit of kit. Thread plates go from 67, 72, 77, 82 and 95 to suit your lenses if that's what you want. Normally I would buy the biggest, and then it'll fit everything. So if you bought a 95 system and then just put an adapter on to go up and down, well then you can cover every base. So it's probably the best way. It depends on your purpose and what you want to buy. It's a little bit more of a professional, so you pro guys are definitely going to know about what to do. It's the head unit, the outer square has got a rubber piece on it. You'll see it in the photo. It looks $1 million. It's really solid, flexy rubber, but it's really dense. It's really thick, so it's going to suck all that light away and really stop it from bouncing. As I said, a really good bit of kit. They're Polar Pro known for their high quality stuff. Obviously the price is there as well, so it's definitely not for just amateurs, I guess, to start with. But what a fantastic bit of kit it is. It looks, I've got it up on the screen here, and I'm just going. It's very, very drool worthy. So just released today, just jumped out. It's gonna sell really quick. There's $100 off for either the base kit or the landscape kit. I suggest if you're going to dive in anyway, you might as well just dive straight in and get the landscape kit. You're going to save $200 to $300 straight away this week, just with what products are in there, guaranteed. Yeah, very, very cool. And one for you photographers, if I win that Tats Lotto, what's today? Wednesday, Thursday, I might be able to get one this week. Fingers crossed. And that's about it. Yeah, as I said, editing, had a great night last night editing. And I think guys that do it, you know, when you get on that roll and you just sit there and next minute 4 hours have gone and you've got all this stuff done. And that's pretty much what it was. I was planning on just doing it for like 2 or 3 hours, sort of just set everything up, get it ready to go so I can just start dumping it into Premiere and start working on it. But I just got heaps, I'm all set up so when I go to import it in, I can just go bang, bang, drop, touch, clip. You know what I'm talking about if you've done it. If you don't, basically I've just, when you go to create a video like this, not like this one, this one's alive. When you create one, by pre-doing all the work and setting everything up, it saves you so much time when you're trying to find stuff to put it, to mix it, to cut it, to trim it, to colour it, make the sound good, stuff like that. So I guess preparation. Is it the 5 P's? Prior preparation prevents piss poor performance. 6 P's. You can use that one. A baseball coach told me that one once, and I 100% agree with it. Anyway, that's about it. Smoko time. Got a little bit left. Have a quick feed, and then back to work. G Fuel. Get me through the first night. It's probably not the hardest. Tomorrow night's the hardest one, but didn't have a real flash day. Went and got a heap of B-roll in the pool with the GoPro, so I was pretty happy with that. Some fun stuff there, so it was a bit of fun. And when it's 43 degrees Celsius and that pool's there, and it was beautiful. Anyway, that's it from me. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, if you're coming, going, or staying, we'll see you all tomorrow. Catches.